and the surrounding area. The Athenians were in charge of protecting the seas, so they could only offer a limited number of soldiers upon land. Upon departure for Thermopylae, Leonidas had his army of 300 Spartan soldiers and around 7,000 other men made up of Athenians, 1,000 Phocians, 700 Thespians, and 400 Thebans. The force marched from central Greece to Thermopylae. The stage was set for the greatest battle in ancient history. In late July or early August of 480 BCE, Leonidas and his forces reached the Hot Gates and set up their defenses. They were a few days ahead of the Persians, which gave them time to scout out the area and make sure everyone knew what to do during battle. The Spartans were hardened warriors who had fought in wars before. However, the same could not be said about all the soldiers that made up the rest of Leonidas' resistance force. The pass through the Hot Gates was approximately 20 to 100 meters across. On one side was a sheer cliff that dropped into a sea below. On the other were impenetrable, jagged mountains. With his 300 Spartans at the front and in key positions along the opening of the pass, Leonidas could fend off the oncoming Persian forces. The narrowness of the Hot Gates rendered the number advantage that Xerxes had over the Greeks almost completely useless, and would mean that his cavalry wouldn't be able to outflank Greek forces. But would this be enough to allow Leonidas and his men to slow the Persian army? Only time would tell.